Welcome back to You Special. We are here at the Nift campus. We're discussing whether Chennai city is fashion conscious. Now we've got EQ, IQ, intelligence quotient, emotional quotient. But what about the FQ, the fashion quotient? Is there something like that? Do you look at someone and say, hey, she scores an 8 out of 10 on a fashion quotient? Do you believe in something like that?
Yes, very much. People generally have opinion about everything around them. And so about people in front of them, how are they dressed, how they talk, how they carry themselves. So I think, yes, everyone do form opinions about other people if they are fashion icons or well-dressed or shabbily dressed or whatever it is. And I think it varies from person to person, his perception about fashion, today's in thing, and things like that. So I think we need to be updated fashionably to make a comment, a judgment about the person in front of us.
So how would you broadly rate the people of Chennai, the youth of Chennai maybe?
Very well dressed and shabbily dressed.
Oh wow, that's two extremes, yeah?
Actually.
Okay, now I want to also bring in the aspect of picking friends. I've seen a lot of people who walk in like clones. You have girls in straightened hair and goggles. All of them look almost like clones. Do you choose friends on the basis of whether they're dressed well, whether they're presentable, things like that? Do you want to tell me?
Yes, I do, because when you go out together, I don't want a person who's odd one out, And yeah, birds of same feather flock together. So I guess a person who's wearing something like me, I would like to be with them.
All right. We've got a similar view from this side as well. You think that kind of an influence also works when it comes to friendship?
Yeah, I think because it basically makes a statement, the status symbol. So right, if you want to choose a friend, you like to choose a person whom you feel, you will represent the same status. You won't like to mingle up or, be with somebody who let you down. So basically, your appearance, what you wear, it makes your personality, and it also, reflects what you think. So yes, if you're walking with somebody who's very well dressed up, even you will feel very honored or, very comfortable walking with them.
Okay, you don't agree. Tell me why you
don't agree. I feel like when you make friends, you don't go on, the first is not the attire. You basically go how the compatibility is.
The way we
and then, basically after that, slowly, and then it happens, and then accordingly, your choices are same, and then you do the same hairdos, similar styles, and
so it
similar
comes
stuff.
to friendship first, and then everything else falls
For me,
in
it's
place.
friendship first, and then the attire.
Okay, you have a view. Okay, why don't you tell me?
But then the competition today is like leading us towards that.
Yeah, right.
Well, because
what kind of competition?
Like that person, oh my god, that person is wearing that kind of jeans, that brand of jeans, so she's wearing that top. It matters, actually it matters. And I don't know actually about friendship, but today, talk about our college. The thing is, if we see a crowd of people, they are not wearing nice dresses or something, but they might be very creative, but we'll say, I don't like the crowd.
People, even if something doesn't suit them, they just want to be wannabes and they wear whatever they want, and it doesn't suit them. So I think it's about the personality and the way you carry. You have to look at yourself, you have to look at yourself overall, and then choose your attire appearance.
All right. Now, since you've brought out the topic of fashion wannabes, I also want to bring in this factor of fashion desperation. Now, you would call it fashion disasters in your terms. I saw a person who was wearing a monkey cap in today's hot, sunny morning and going on a bike. Now, I would think, why on earth somebody would want to do something like that? Is there something called fashion desperation, something called fashion disasters? Why do people do that? Why don't you? Yeah.
It could be because people usually believe in first impression is the best impression. So people who don't know how to dress well, they'll just try to put up all the things, all the elements on them and make them look good, even though they don't know it looks good. I mean, it doesn't look good. They'll just go ahead and they'll act and try to be like one among the crowd. But it's more on comfort. It's simple.
All right. You want to say something?
Yeah, I would like to say that it might not be the same reason as what she said. It's more like people want to stand out. In this, as you said, people look like clones nowadays. In this crowd, some people want to stand out, and in that, trying out to be a different person, they end up doing such things like wearing a monkey cap or wearing a really loose pant and, putting some weird belt on and then walking on the road. And obviously people will stare and they'll think that people are staring at us, we're looking nice, so why don't we continue with this? And they keep doing stuff like that. That's why people.
All right. Now,
I'd like to just
come on, I'll get the mic to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I had an experience. One of my friend in college only, when he came to college 3 years back, What he was like, his dress up and all was quite like a fashion disaster. He used to wear those bell bottoms in the times of skinny pants and all, and then he used to have those strange, weird snake motifs and all. But later on, you can't judge a person just by looking at him, how he wears.
Right.
Actually, after 3 years, I'm proud to say he's my friend. He's a very nice guy and helps out everyone, and such a nice person to be with.
Well, a pat on your back then. All right, so now that we've discussed friends, we've discussed fashion disasters. If Chennai has got to be a fashion destination, which I hope will be, what do you think really needs to, come into play? How can you spruce up Chennai as a fashion destination? You want to say something?
Yeah, as I said before, I think if Chennai has to improve, then it's all in movies. See, people here idolize actors. They really appreciate them. So if Vijay could wear something really nice, then it'll be the best part. Then people will start idolizing it and try to wear that and copy it. So I think that way it can come to the streets. It can change the mind.
All right, she wants to say something? Yeah.
And I think getting rid of that sparkly jilmil stuff will really help Chennai.
Okay.
And it look quite decent.
Yeah, okay.
Changing the attitude of people towards clothes. It's not only about how conservative you are. Okay, people here are too conservative, but it doesn't mean that they cannot wear something which is short or something. It's all about how they carry. People actually are very conservative, but their attitude needs to be changed. They need to be
And there's always a climatic factor which affects the fashion or the attire of the area. So according to Chennai, it's hot, so you should wear clothes which, help you while wearing such stuffs. You shouldn't feel very uncomfortable as well. It should help you according to the climate also.
All
so
right.
it's no wrong.
Somebody from this side? Yeah. How will you spruce up Chennai?
Usually when you go to the clubs over here, you see that people are wearing these clothes that they see on TV, shorts and strap tops. And it's all about the brands over here. But if you look at Bombay, Bangalore or even Delhi, they have these street markets, which we don't have in Chennai. And I think it's really important because most of the stuff we wear is cheap, but it looks good.
And not great quality also.
Yeah,
Even
it
if you
doesn't
do
matter.
find
As
it
long
here,
as you can
say?
carry it off well and it looks good, it doesn't matter what the price is. And we don't have those street markets, so I think we need street markets here.
All right, we do have a T Nagar, but I don't know how much of
It's not
you
as
find
good
that
as
there.
Bangalore, Bombay and Delhi.
All right.
In Delhi and all, in continuation to that only, in Delhi we have Janpath, we have Lajpath. Bombay we have a lot of street markets like this Fashion Street and all.
Yeah.
But Chennai in general doesn't have such a place where we can shop like that. If there are places like that, the clothes are not that good. So to sum everything up, it should be not the factor that my garment costs this much. It should be how I look.
And how presentable
How
it is.
presentable you are.
All right, so not a great market here in Chennai. You don't agree with that?
No, okay. I agree with that, but I also have another point. It's like she was talking about brands. Here, people, even if they go for brand stuff, even in that they see if there's a dress that's like worth $1,000 or $2,000, they don't buy the dress because it's like it's a dress. I can't buy that. I can't wear a dress.
Where will I wear it to?
Yeah, where will I wear it to?
How many times will I wear it?
I know. And if it's a shirt worth $2,000, yes, I can wear this. I can wear it this function. It will look nice on me. It's that attitude. The attitude towards one particular dress and another dress. The same cost. I will buy the shirt, but I won't wear the dress.
All right. So will you, the viewer, buy that shirt or not? We've been exploring all of these ideas. Now, Collywood, Bollywood, and all of their influences on fashion, on what we wear on the campus, that's coming up on the other side. You don't want to miss this. Do stay with us.